Right then.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. That's rather loud.
Yeah, I have it.
Jesus.
So, do you want to meet up? Let's see.
Crap. There we are. I can't remember what my lights are set to. Yeah, we'll meet up along the way.
I think you are going another road. I think if you're going from Vilnius to...
No. Hold on. Map. I gotta pick up the job first, and then I can edit it. So let's let me get my job, and then we'll have a look at the map. Right, get out of this little hole.
Right.
I'm gonna have to turn his volume down. It's loud as hell.
Turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn right. Rerouting.
Oops, I turned the wrong way. Oh, that was a big curb. Holy crap.
Right. Turn right.
And there's two. Look at the size of that. Bloody hell. Didn't see that.
Okay, let's find a new route. Turn right, and then turn right.
I don't do shout outs. If you're going to come in and ask for a shout out, then you're going to be disappointed.
This is where it ends.
Oh my god, getting gear.
So, which road are you?
Let me hit the old button, get the job. So it's going to be freight. How's everyone doing? So we got the job. I'm going up. Which road are you going up? I'm going. Looks like I'm going up that coastal road.
Yeah.
Because if you're going from there, and we take job, I'll have a look at the map.
We can also meet. If we meet up in Riga.
Let me hitch up, and the map should be updated then.
Time to hit the road.
Right. I swear something's not right with... Ah, there we are. Right, map. You've got to be going up the A1, right?
A1, let's see. No. Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, A1, of course, yeah.
So that's... whatever Riga is, there's a garage there. You can either stop there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fuel. The fuel stop.
Yeah, the rest stop at A4. In the
Okay.
highway or something.
I'll mark it.
Yep, me too. Yep. Okay.
Drive safe.
Oh god, before I do anything, I gotta turn that guy's voice down. He's gonna do my nutting. Oh, the sat nav. It's really loud.
Oh, yeah.
And that right the way down.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Turn left. Go straight on.
That's too loud for me.
Keep right.
Sounds about right. I'll be live streaming at some point. I might be doing some dirt rally soon. Right, let's get this thing in gear and make a move, shall we? Right. I'm assuming I'm in the server. It says I'm on. Oh, stalled it. That was a great start. Hello, Jesus.
Get ready to turn left.
Hey Spedley, how you doing?
Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I can't remember what button that's assigned to. I've really got to make sure my ATS and ETS buttons are all the same. I keep forgetting.
Mine also, think
Turn
about
left.
taking a picture of the config,
Well, I can copy and paste them in from what I'm aware of, but whenever I do that, one or the other messes up and I end up changing it by accident. Alright, there's a fuel stop coming up. I need to stop
Go
for
straight
fuel.
on.
Yes, I remember you from yesterday. Right, I'm gonna grab this fuel stop here.
So I was in northern Sweden, drove 800 kilometers Monday.
Rerouting.
So I was very tired when I got back home.
Right, turn that off. Okay, fuel up. Doesn't seem like a lot of fuel. 800 litres. Okay.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Keep right. Exit now.
I need to pull over a second.
Okay.
I'm getting deafened by my own game sound.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Right, hopefully I can hear everything there. I'm not being deafened.
Maybe that's why they didn't hear what I said.
The problem is, I think I've got to look at the sound, because when I lower the game settings, it's lowering your volume as well.
Oh. Why? Is it in Windows? Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna pull over again because it's bugging the crap out of me.
Keep right,
Yeah.
and then exit right.
The thing is that if you only turn down,
Might have to turn it down in the game, but then that turns it down for everybody as well. Oh great, there's a GeForce driver update as well. Don't you dare update.
also got an update for Windows, yeah?
Did that yesterday.
Oh yeah, I got it now before I started the game. So.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to struggle through with loud sound today. Don't know any other way of being able to do this. I don't know, something's changed with Discord and it won't allow me to put the sound through. I might have to change to a different software.
Yeah. Okay. Have you asked Google for some issue solving?
I really don't know. It was done as default. It should be piped through like everything else, but for some reason it's not being piped through. Ah, well, it's there. I can't be spending all my time doing that today.
No.
God, that's loud.
Yeah. Now I'm at the gas station.
You're there already.
Yep.
I can't recall the amount of money on American Truck Simulator. I don't tend to remember those figures. That's what the game's for. I just look at the game and it tells me. Go through this one because I'm way behind. Oh, I started changing as I came to it anyway.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Hello there, Bran. How you doing? Long time no see. Keep forgetting I got the speed limiter on this. I keep thinking, go faster! Driving the Volvo today. Oh crap, something coming up. Carbonated water I'm carrying. Have a little peek. Where are we? What's the horn? I'm sure I did mark it. That must be miles away. No, the cargo's carbonated water, not food. Crikey. How far is this? Oops. Keep an eye on where you're going.
Keep left.
No, he very well could be. I can't say how many fans I have. It's not something I go around checking. Right, well, there's a fuel station here. But no one's at that one. On the A17, how far away is that from where you are?
A17.
Yeah.
Go straight on.
Why do I get the feeling this is taking me in a different direction all of a sudden? I'm sure I put on the right one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Keep left.
In Riga.
Yeah, I think that just could be a sign for Riga, so I'll be driving through it now.
See that actually.
Keep left.
To be honest,
I know how many subs there are, but it's clear that 6,700 subs are not coming in and watching. I wish they were, but it doesn't work like that.
No.
Where are we?
Go straight on.
There's two of the trucks on, so I'm online. I can't see you yet. Do I play anything else? Or Dirt Rally, Project Cars 2, Formula 1 2019, mainly racing games, sometimes Division 2.
Take the second exit.
There will be the new Wolfenstein game added when that comes out, because I'll be playing that probably for a few days solid. Too far away now. He says. Fingers crossed.
Go straight on.
The only thing I can think of with the audio issue is that maybe I just need to reinstall the audio driver that I'm using. That's the only thing I haven't done. I've done the Windows driver, but I also use software to route the audio from one device to another, and I got a feeling it could be the routing software is the problem. Right, there's another garage coming up. Still can't see. You are on server 2, right?
In server 3. Yeah, simulation 2.
Yeah, simulation 2. You'll laugh now if we were doing this with completely wrong servers. Like, alright. Well, that'd be a mess up then, wouldn't it? Right, I'm now on the A7 for sure. Some guy standing out in the middle of the road, having a whiz. Right, hold on. There's a little stop by here. Let me pull over. I'll check the map now.
Yeah, because if you see the intersects, this section at A4.
Ah, just outside, that's why. Yeah, I'm miles away, that's why. Right, okay.
Yeah, because it's a gas station. SAS, they have no SCS, I meant, released some vaccine.
Go straight on.
Just barely here, which is really annoying me now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, the Mack truck will only be played on ATS.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
But there's a big chance that the next time I do ATS it will be the Mack truck. There's a group of people up there. I've got to slow that down.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Get in gear.
Exit now. At the roundabout,
See
take the
your
second
name now. Hey.
exit now. Okay, let's find a new route. Rerouting.
Oh, you can't go through. I thought this was one big thing. It's not. I thought this was one big area linked in.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It doesn't. It's its own area. Shit. I was hoping to drive through, stop with the petrol, go.
Turn right.
War plum.
Turn right.
Go on then, make a move. I'll follow you.
Keep left.
Keep left distance.
And next time I do project cars, I can always show the settings. I personally do. I probably do have it set light compared to other people, but it's because I think some people set the steering quite heavy. You know, fair enough. If you're driving an old style car, no power steering, fair enough. But a lot of the race cars today, you know, they use power steering. The setup is set to be light and nimble, not, you know, like you're driving a tank. But the main part of my setups is to have the feedback there so you can feel what's happening. But everybody, I mean, at the end of the day, take it with a pinch of salt. Everybody's setup is going to be different because everybody is expecting, you know, a different feel. Hello Equalizer, how you doing? If I remember correctly, I'm using the oh my god, I can't remember his name now. Oh, what's that guy who does the force feedback in Project Cars 2, his name? Oh my god. My mind's gone blank. That's the one. I can't believe that. I'm using that setup, so obviously it's set to 100% in the game, and then it's just configured on the wheel itself for how much power you want to come through. To be honest, you know, if you want it heavier, just up the force feedback on the wheel, you know? Honk. Right, what have we got? 9 hours 44. Okay. Fair track. Thanks for the like. Likes always help. Hitting the notification, the bell button is always a good one as well, because that notifies you of any new videos if you want to tag along and watch anything else that's done on the channel. So, as I'm sure most other streamers will say, you know, hit the like, hit the bell, because it does help. It helps get the channel out there, you know. And if you want to help, by all means, smack them buttons. And again, if anybody wants to do ETS multiplayer, they're more than welcome to join in. All we ask is that you drive sensibly and you're not crashing left, right and centre, and we should be good.
Go straight on.
You want a Project Cars 2 multiplayer? Oh, maybe we can look into it one time. I don't claim to be awesome at Project Cars 2, but yeah, it's all about driving and having a bit of fun at the end of the day, isn't it? What kind of cars do you like on Project Cars 2 then? Is it, do you like the sports cars, you know, the high power, low power, rally cars, Clio Cup or whatever it's called? Do you know what? I've never really taken out the LMP cars. Don't know what it is. You know, it's probably because they're all super grippy, super fast, and it's like, ugh, I know that. To me, GT3 definitely. Any normalish road car. Oh, you bugger. I'm gonna have to turn them off, aren't I? Right. You've gone miles ahead. Have you gone right? Okay. Well, I'm having to stop a second. Oh my god, gameplay. Those little... Ooh, I swear. Random road events. I thought I turned you off. I obviously didn't. Got it. What a... You drove through them, and of course, your back end of the truck comes out. There's just two people standing there. I'm like, ah, crap. Right, that's that turned off. We shouldn't have that problem again. Oh, I wish I realised that.
Didn't turn off.
Go straight on.
Hey, I'm all happy to do product placement if someone's gonna help me with my channel. Can't give too much free advertising, can I? We got a few there. We got an SRC product placement.
Then turn right.
We got a Huawei tablet product placement.
Turn right.
Oh crap. Yeah, if you spy a repair centre, let me know. This thing's royally messed up now. A Yorkie. Haven't had a Yorkie in years. A free box of Yorkies. I would gladly do that. Oh my god, I've got no... Oh shoot. I've lost some gears. You know, I'll do a Yorkie bar, free Yorkie bar a week for life. Nah, it wouldn't be very good, would it? My health would go downhill pretty quick. Oh, there's a repair centre coming up.
Keep right. Then turn right.
I'm having that. Because my truck is well and truly...
Turn right. Go straight on.
What's the matter? You getting a bit hungry? Right, repair centre.
Yep.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Oh, yeah, wow. Lamborghini, Ferrari, yeah, but that'll never happen, so...
Exit now.
They may send a badge.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
That's about it. And even then, I think that would be hopeful.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Let's find a new route. When possible, make a U-turn. Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Great.
Please make a U-turn when possible.
No, I don't play GTA 5 anymore. GTA I probably won't touch until the new one comes out.
Recomputing.
Ooh, watch the rear end. God, I need to repair that. How much damage did we get? Only 42%. Holy moly.
Only 42.
I'll let you go first. Why? Because I've pretty much played GTA and I only do single player on GTA. I don't enjoy multiplayer GTA.
Turn left. Go straight on.
I played it on the PS4, I've played it through on the PC, so... Yeah, I've had my fill of GTA.
Take the third exit.
I was playing it now, I might do online and racing, but... It's not quite the same as the racing games that I've got access to. And I got 9% damage to the trailer. 4% damage to the goods. 8% to the trailer, sorry.
Go straight on.
I think you're gonna have to shout with the truck going. I can barely hear it.
As the speed limit is now 110 kilometers.
It is, cool.
Yeah. Beyond that, yeah, I think
Go straight on.
get warning and then kick it.
Yes, Roy, he's driving with us. He's on voice. Unfortunately, the audio is messed up at the moment because I'm having difficulty getting the game audio and his voice coming through. I can barely hear him myself. He may be rather quiet on the stream, so I do apologise. I'm going to try and fix that. I've gone through the Windows drivers. I think it's an audio routing software that I'm using that I just need to reinstall. Can you use a DD wheel on GTA 5? You probably could. Not something I've really tried, to be honest. As for Equalizer, hello there, how you doing? Notice you were playing Wreckfest. Yes, I was and still am. I'm still trying to do the single player on Wreckfest. It's a tough little game, that one. Keeps you going. No, we're not going to go much faster because there's a truck limit anyway, so...
Keep right, and then exit right.
Keep right and exit right.
Exit right.
Okay. Still got 7 hours and 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, but the ferry takes.
Oh, there's a ferry in this, isn't there? So that'll take a fair chunk off. Probably a good 2 hours, I would have thought, if not more.
Yeah,
Alright. I didn't realise you had a problem with your gears in that game. I must admit, setting up that game, configuring that game was quite straightforward. Maybe I was just lucky. What do you use for gears? What device do you use?
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Oh, you're going that way, are you? Mine says go on the third, you're doing the second. I'll come around now.
Finding new route. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Yeah, it's just... Fanatec is a good shifter, but I just don't want to buy one. I refuse to buy Fanatec. If I was going down the Fanatec route, I'd buy one. But I'm holding out that Heusinkveld bring out their H-pattern shifter, and that's what I'll upgrade to.
Go straight on.
Because if it's anything like their pre-production model, which was done probably a year ago now, it's got to be a tiny little thing like this, which is what I want. I want something small that I can mount to the rig instead of having a huge box, you know? There's a truck behind, I don't know which way he's going.
Yeah, he have been a while back.
I think he's behaving as well.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, it's a huge for a shifter. I mean, I can't believe that they can't make that shifter smaller, but there you are.
Go straight on. Keep right, and then turn right.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we're not going down there, are we?
Yeah.
Turn right.
You know, that's a good question. I don't think I have really. I should get some pics. I haven't really done a walk around my rig because I really don't see the point, because you pretty much see everything anyway. There probably are some earlier videos,
Second exit.
so you might want to go through some of the earlier videos where I've done videos and upgrades along the way, and maybe I've shown some of the rig then.
Exit now.
Ah, Fanatec are taking the piss, sorry the language, with some of their pricing though. Means like that DD wheel, and it's like 200 quid for a bracket, for crying out loud. It's like, you're having a laugh, mate. 200 quid for a bracket.
Keep right, and then turn right.
And that was the thing that you want me to buy? Or was it something else?
Turn right.
Oh, there was something else along with it as well that was silly amounts. Can't remember what now.
Keep right, and then turn right.
And the bracket didn't look anything fancy, just looked like a cheap piece of metal sprayed gold.
Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right. And I bet you any money, I know they've designed their own direct drive wheel, but I bet you any money they could probably sell it for a lot less. They only don't, because they know that where they've priced their wheel, it's direct competition for what is available out there.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Bet you any money if you could get a Simicube 2 wheel for like 800 quid, they would drop the prices straight away.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Come on. Well, that's the one good thing that Fanatec do have, is their ecosystem. You know, there's no other manufacturer out there that's got that does everything that they do. You know, Thrustmaster's attempted and fails miserably. They're nowhere near the quality. Logitech, well,
Ready to turn
what
right.
is that over there? All I see is some trailer floating around in the air.
Yeah, that's the new bug, I think.
It's a new bug, is it?
Yeah, I mean,
Floating trailers.
Right,
It's a
turn
balloon!
yeah, I've seen it many times now.
That's the first time I've seen it.
Oh,
Go straight on.
Why can't we have one of the ships do it? That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Turn right.
What I would love, and I've said this before, is Logitech to redo their wheel. If they did, got rid of their mechanism, changed it to a belt drive, tried to keep the price low,
Go straight on.
they'd have a cracking little wheel.
Turn left.
And I think that's what Fanatec are trying to do with their CSL wheel. You know, get the price down, get people into that kind of market, and kind of corner that area.
Keep left, and then turn left.
But Logitech just seem happy pushing up their wheel.
Turn left.
It's just old technology now, that's the thing. Wasn't I reading somewhere that the CSL Elite's been upgraded with the 2.5 motor or something?
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
So how come you haven't even opened it and tested it yet? Or are you still waiting for your rig or something, is it? I can't remember now.
Keep left.
Ooh.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Ah, yeah, I remember now. You swapped it, didn't you? You had a new wheel and you were going to give that to your friend. You still haven't given it to him yet? Man, when's his birthday? Well, it wouldn't hurt to test it, seeing as you had it swapped out, didn't you? So you may as well plug it in and actually test the thing's working, otherwise... Imagine if you plugged that in, it was just like, nope, not gonna work. Right, so in the wrong gear, it's ridiculous.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Keep left.
As they barrel down the road at 100. Ah, well, that'll explain it. Postage wouldn't be cheap either. What was the power button issue? Is it just the fact that it doesn't operate properly? I don't keep track of what the issues are with the DD2s. I've got to admit though, I mean, I bought this Simicube 1 setup. The power supply, the base, everything. It's been a breeze. I was worried that it was going to be one of these wheels that, oh, you're going to have to set this up, set that up, and make sure this is working, that's working. I've had next to no issues with this at all. And it's built like a tank, and it looks like it and feels like it. Alright, so you got a power button that doesn't actually work as a power button. That's good. And it does make you think, then why have a power button on the unit then? You know? They could have had a cord with an inline power switch, but I'm guessing that would be awkward as well. And, you know, this is, they're going to be doing the second batch of the wheel. When they first produced, or said they were going to be selling the wheel, they delayed the sale by 6 months, didn't they, because there was an initial problem. And you're telling me that they couldn't test these wheels and find that they weren't going to have a power button issue? That just seems crazy. But surely that'll be something you would test. You know, you would check the circuit to make sure the circuits were working. It does make you wonder. It really does. And that's something that's always been in the back of my mind. If I was going to go for a DD1, DD2 wheel, I'd probably wait a year or two before I went in, because it's just such an unknown. They got their own motor design. No one knows what the longevity is of the motors themselves, other than Fanatec. And even then, they've only got their design process. Sounds to me like they messed up somewhere with the circuit board.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, see, even with a 5-year warranty on that wheel, I still wouldn't be happy. I've got no regrets going for a Simicube. And the only reason why that's the case is because, what, industrial grade motor at the end of the day, designed to do God knows how many hours, you know, stressed at peak loads and God knows what. And it's barely going to be doing that.
Keep left.
So for me, the warranty side of it was a non-issue. It was like, well, you know, the chances of it going wrong are slim. You know, it's like with any product. You can buy any electronic device. It'll last you 6 months, could last you 6 years. Luck of the draw at the end of the day. For me, though, Fanatec, it's a new product, it's an unknown, so it's that even with a 5-year warranty, I wouldn't jump onto it. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think, I mean, at the end of the day, it's... I'm not trying to put a downer on it at all. It's good to have the competition at the end of the day. If it wasn't for the DD2 and the DD1s, we wouldn't have the Simicube 2, probably. come you're going down that way?
Keep
I'm
left
confused now.
and then turn left.
Probably not the same delivery.
Turn left.
Yeah, I'm going down this one. Ooh, that's the wrong way. Yeah, you're going... Yeah, my delivery's up top, yours is down. That's why.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
Well, you had the 2.5 that went. You've had the DD2 with the power switch. Have you had a problem with your shifter yet? I've heard people saying that the shaft on the shifter breaks, or you get other issues with the shifter. I mean, I had the Fanatec pedals. I had the V3 inverted pedals, and for the time I had them, I didn't have a problem, but I only had them about a year and then I changed. Nice pedals, though. Don't get me wrong.
Go straight on. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Wow, see, that's a lot of stuff to go wrong. You know, and it's not cheap stuff at the end of the day. You're spending a good, what, 300 to 500 quid per product.
Turn right.
And there you've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
So, not knowing how many or how much Fanatec equipment you've had over time, if you counted up the individual items, let's say it was 10 items, how many of those have broken down and had to be repaired? So is it like 5 out of those 10? And who had a DD2 dead on arrival? Man, you've got some real bad luck. Come on, and work it out for us. I'm interested to know now. Would you say like 10 items, but you've had like 6 failures? They only used it twice. Don't want to use it anymore, just in case it snaps in half. And I'm happy with my £50 eBay wheel. Granted, the box itself was a lot more expensive, but yeah. Eight items, 6 failures. That's pretty bad. You know. So you go to a company, you buy 8 of their products, only for 6 of them to fail. Jesus. That's not good. You know, that's if I was buying 10 products from a company, I'd expect 1, 2 at a push. But over half your items to fail, that's not a good sign. Right, jobs. Have you found anything?
No, to be honest, I have to quit now because I'm going to work.
Okie dokie. I shall see you in the next one then.
Yep. See you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
In the meantime, I shall crack on. Let's have a look. Well, this is it. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you're invested for a reason, and it's not... The problem is, the only thing is I find an issue here is the choice Yes, there's a choice of wheels, but they're damn expensive. You can be spending £1,500 just for a wheel. That's crazy. It's nice having a choice with Fanatec, but you only really need 2 wheels. Nice, good round wheel, and probably a Formula 1 GT3 wheel. You don't need much else than that. 2 wheels, that's it. Right, what do we got? Oh, we got a double up here. Haven't done a double for ages. Actually, let's do a double. We like to do doubles. Well, they allow them. It's there.
Time to get the job done.
Well, good luck finding a place to test them. I didn't test it. I read up on it and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna go for, and I just took the plunge.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Go straight on.
Nah, the wheel I had before was TSPC Racer Thrustmaster.
Keep left, then turn left.
And when that went AWOL on me, I was like, right, let's upgrade. And I was pretty much gonna go for the 2.5. But then I was like, well, by the time I've done that, bought a wheel and blah blah blah, I can afford a direct drive. So, and at the time, SimiCube was really the only thing you could buy. So, I had a look around, read a lot of reviews, and you know, just people in general owning them and what have you. Yeah, you know, there was the odd report of issues here and there, but nothing major. So, contacted a guy in the UK who sold them. Had a chat on the phone and pretty much said, okay, I'm doing it. Yeah, I looked at AccuForce, but again, pricing was similar. Reviews were basically saying that probably not as good as a SimiCube. Bodner,
Turn left.
just stupidly expensive, and again, probably no better. Except if you're spending, say, 3,000 plus, and I wasn't prepared to spend three grand on a wheel, so I was like, no, I'll stick with the SimiCube. It seems to be the best balance, to be honest.
Ready to turn right.
I bought my wheel just as the Biss-c encoder was released, because I had a choice of going for the Syncos encoder or for the Biss-c, and I said, oh, no, I'll happily wait the extra week or so, and I'll have a Biss-c instead. It's kind of gutting a year down the line, and there's a SimiCube 2, but I gotta admit, I doubt there's a night and day difference that I would notice.
Go
So
straight on, and then turn left.
next time I'm flush, then maybe I'll look at changing, but
Turn left.
definitely in no rush to change.
It's all over now.
Oh, it's the double trailers that look like they're having a problem. Well, that's going to work, innit? I don't think that's going to work in this game. We might have to just forget the job. Wonder if it'll let me pick it up. I doubt it. BT? Oh, that's what you get, see, for having BT. Yeah, I can't pick that up. We might have to forget that one. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Right, let's grab another job then, because that was rubbish, wasn't it? Don't go for a double trailer in multiplayer, because it doesn't work. Actually, let's see. Have a look what they've got here, shall we? I have no idea when project cars will be, to be honest. I don't really do a set night for any other game. This is the only game that I do a set night on. Let's do that one. Yeah, pretty much spontaneous. Right.
Drive safe. Turn right. Go straight on.
Pretty much PC only. I mean, I do have a PS4 here, but that's my son's more than anything. I haven't played that for a long time now. However, I have been meaning to look into getting or trying the PS4 out with the wheel, because supposedly I should be able to get it to work. But I've never tried it, and it's something I've always wanted to try.
Turn left.
I've only got a standard PS4. I thought about getting a PS4 Pro, but I thought, what's the point? There's going to be a new one around the corner in a year or two, so we'll wait for the 5 or whatever they decide to call it, you know?
Get ready to turn right.
Well, that's just it. I've got the GIMX, so that's why I'm tempted to try it, you know?
Turn right.
One of the reasons, do a video on it or something. Yeah, the PS4 Pro, you know, if it was doing true 4K all day long, then fair enough. But because it's all upscaled 4K, it's like you're not really getting the machine that you should do, so you may as well just hold fire and just wait for the next one.
Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on.
You've given it a go, have you? Yeah, I use it to do Forza Horizon 4 on the PC, so gets me at least playing that. There's probably other ways of doing it now.
Exit right. Turn left.
I think Forza's quite fun with the wheel. I think I just got to be a little bit of practice. It does need quite a bit of work setting the wheel up to get the best from it.
Turn left.
Can't quite see where I'm supposed to go. I think it's over this side. That's pretty good guessing.
Let's find a new route. Go straight on.
Fire away. My favorite racing sim. Well, if you can call it
Turn right.
a sim, it would probably be Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally is probably the most I've got hours pumped into. Got a set of Corsa, but I just use that more for testing and having a bit of a laugh in certain cars, you know? I've never really used it for racing, you know, doing a proper series or anything, which is a shame, really, because it should be good. So maybe that's something I'll look into. Kind of like Race Room. Race Room's kind of good, but again, it's something I've not really gotten into heavily involved with, but that's partly because getting the wheel setup was awkward. I've actually kind of nailed that down recently. But my favourite driving games has always been the rally games. I've always been a bit of a rally head. But then I missed the arcadey type as well. I mean, I really used to like...
Second exit.
oh god, what was it called on PlayStation 4 now?
Exit now.
What was their car game? Jesus. It's like the first car game that came out with the PS4. I've got memory like a sieve today. No, not Grid. I've got Grid. I've actually got Grid in my Steam account. I've never actually played it. No. Gran Turismo, yes. But I was more Gran Turismo PS2, PS3. PS4, I had it there, but I didn't enjoy it as I used to. As for the new Gran Turismo, I've been tempted to pick it up and had to have a go. No, not Need for Speed. It had VR on it as well, on the PlayStation 4. Oh, what was it called? All I can remember is Project Cars. Drive Club, that's the one. Used to love Drive Club. Remember putting it on a couple of months ago, have a quick go, and it's still impressive, the graphics in that game. You know, when you think of how old that game is, it still outshines some of the games that are released today. Drive Club was a cracking little arcader. Put quite a few hours into that.
Keep left.
No, I know, I was just saying about what I played on PS4 though. I mean, you can hardly call Gran Turismo Sim really when you think about it. At the end of the day, you know, people go on about, oh, is it sim, is it like real life, blah blah blah. We're playing games. If you're putting the hours into a particular game, then it doesn't matter what it is really. For me, it's the enjoyment factor. That's the wrong gear. Oh, that was a good weather effect change. Lovely. Look at that blend in. Well, I'm certainly not a driving snob, let's put it that way. If I enjoy a driving game of any type, whether it's arcade, sim or whatever, I'll play it. I mean, you know, if it's fun, why not?
Keep right. Keep left.
You need to get yourself that extra monitor so you can have your the streams that you watch playing. I mean, that's something I do now and again. If I'm not streaming and I'm playing a game, I might have a YouTube video on and watching that in the background. And then usually I end up crashing going, oh, why was I looking at that then?
Go straight on.
I want to be in the other lane, don't I? Oh no, we're okay. I don't have to change. Yeah, but games are very different from what they used to be. I mean, I used to do the old Commodore Amiga, and you know, you can get the UAE Amiga emulator, and you can, you know, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're looking, you can download the games and what have you, and you can run them on even a mediocre style PC, and you put them on and you think, oh my god, I used to play this. And you could probably do the same now. You see, if you had something like a PS1 or the old Mega Drive and stuff like that, you put them on, you put them on, you'd be like, nah. Doesn't quite cut it. See, I started on the Amiga 500. Well, I started back in Commodore 64 days. That was my real first PC. Or computer, I should say. Not PC, that's a bad word to use back then. So Commodore 64. Then an Amiga 500. And with the Amiga 500, I upgraded that with a 20 meg hard drive. Upgraded the RAM in that with a 500... I think it was 512 RAM. I mean, that cost me 150 quid.
Go straight on.
I think of it now as like heart failure. It's like, what? But that's what the tech was like back then, you know? Oh, we had computers in the house before then, but that's what I would say really started with. I think we had a VIC-20, remember that, and I think we had something else, but that was more shared amongst the family at the time. I used to love the Amiga, so from the A500 then we changed, well I changed to the 1200. Skipped the, I didn't go for an A600. Went for the 1200. Remember going to the local store and you'd have the Amiga guys and the ST guys. Even the demo discs, I mean, I know you get PC demos these days, but back then, you know, demo discs, when a new demo came out, which was pushing the boundaries, everybody was on top of it. That kind of scene is kind of gone. It's still there in the background, because I know PC demos are still made, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be. Kev was an ST man. Yeah, your disc every month with your magazine. You usually had a bit of music on there, a game, couple of game demos, some utilities, which you probably used once, and then you'd store the disc and then end up throwing it out or wiping it and using it for something else. Wait, oh my god, the old tapes from
Go straight on.
Kids these days, they have no idea what gaming was like. Remember the number of times you used to load a game off a cassette, and for the cassette to fail loading, and you think, oh, I've got to rewind this and start the whole process again. No! Don't get me started on the Sinclair Spectrum. What a joke of a machine. I had friends who had it, but I was like, nah, I ain't touching that with a barge pole. And I know it's a classic machine, but nah, Commodore through and through for me. Oh god, yeah. You know, these days, you know, you get into a game, you die, you start, carry on where you were, you die, carry on where you were, carry on, woo, finish the game. Old games, yep, 3 lives, 5 lives, whatever, but you can guarantee you were gonna die and not finish that game. I think that's what I did recently in the Discord channel that I've got. I posted some racing games that I used to play on the Commodore Amiga, just so people could see if they wanted to, obviously, is have a look and see what games. You know, like Indianapolis 500 on the Commodore Amiga, Microprose Grand Prix, you know, things like that. It's when you step back and look at those games. On like Commodore 64, I used to play Revs. They are literally just blocks. If you look at them now, you don't see like an F1 car. You don't see all the curves and everything. You just got blocks. You know, F18 Interceptor, used to play that. There was Microsoft Flight Simulator, used to play that. That started out and was available back there, and again, you look at those games now, it's like, how the hell did you manage to get the thing off the ground and in the air? And, you know, because you didn't have colour palettes like that we've got now, where you've got, you know, millions of colours. You had maybe 32 at most, if that. I kind of like that they've got the speed limit restriction higher. Means we can motor a bit. Ever play a game called Mercenary? Doesn't ring a bell, to be honest.
Exit right.
Used to play a game called Paradroid. That was hard as hell. I never got far in that game at all. Liked it though.
Turn left.
See, for me, Elite was always the game to go to. If you wanted to play a game like that, you played Elite. And when Elite was, you know, Elite Dangerous was released, I was like, yes, that is a game I'm getting regardless.
Go straight on.
No, I remember Rainbow Island. Didn't play it loads, but yeah, I had it.
Arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Come on. Bit of a lump, this one. I think, like, one of the games I've probably played loads of with some friends, you know, things like Lotus Esprit. Was it called Lotus Esprit or Turbo Challenge? I can't remember what the full name of the game was now, but oh god, I've gone the wrong way. Shit. Let's turn around. Yeah, Test Drive, the original Test Drive series. Oh my god. You look at Test Drive on the PC when that was released compared to what it was back in the day of the Amiga. Yeah, there's a couple with those Lotus ones, I think. I think they did a few, didn't they? I need this back end to swing right in, but it's not going to happen, I think. I think we need to go further forward. Oop, no, I want this to be tidy if I can. Street rod, no. There was Stunt Car Racer. I've posted that one up in their Discord. That was good. I've always wondered if they could reproduce Stunt Car Racer for the PC, up-to-date graphics and everything. That was an awesome game. I used to love that. But then again, you know, the memories you had playing back then compared to if you were to redesign it for today, it may be lost in translation, you know? Okay, let's do one more job. I'm trying to think of what else. What else would I have played? Oh, there's the trailer, so we don't have to go too far.
Time to get the job done.
I mean, there is a couple of games. You had games like Populous. You had games like Sensible Soccer. You had Cannon Fodder. Alien Breed, if I remember correctly. Speedball. There was some good, you know, Zen and Mega Blast. I remember that one. That was good. That was a good shooter.
Turn right.
Yeah, Another World. That was a classic.
Go
Can't believe that people still go for that game, though. Still out there, still pushed.
Ready to turn left.
Never had a Sega Me, never did anything like that.
Turn left.
When the Amiga started to die off, it was move over then to PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. Did have a mate with a Panasonic 3DO. That was quite fun to look at. I think that's where I played one of the first test drives, I think it was. Yeah, see, I kind of held on to my 1200. I was there pretty much to the bitter end, really, and then I was like, right, time to sell, and I think I had the 1200, bought the PS1, and then it was like transitioned over. Got rid of the 1200 then, and I think I got my first PC probably towards the end of the PS1 life. So I've kind of always had a PC from around then, but it wasn't my main gaming system. It was, you know, more browsing and reading and God knows what, bit of gaming on the side. He's lagging. Doom and Quake. I remember playing them and trying to get them to run nicely on the early Athlon chips. Starting out with an NVIDIA TNT graphics card. Remember them? That's going back some.
Go straight on.
No, the new update to ETS and ATS includes now a talking sat-nav. There are mods where you can change the voice. It comes with like 5 or 6 preset voices you can choose from. But otherwise, yeah, it's part of the game now, so if you ever pick up ETS or ATS, it'll be part of the game. I didn't think I'd enjoy the sat-nav, because I must admit, sat-nav in the car usually got the voice turned down. But with this, it's actually quite nice to have, especially, you know, sometimes I'll drive with the map off. You know, it's down there in the very bottom corner of the screen, but you can barely see where you're going anyway, so it's nice actually to have a voice prompt. And sometimes I like to do exterior camera shots, so when you're doing that, if there's a junction coming up that you're supposed to take, you get some kind of warning. Yeah, it helps, obviously, if I'm trying to read chat and all of a sudden it's like, turn right. And I was like, okay. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, me not 100% concentrating? That happens quite often.
Go straight on.
See? I know not to take that corner, even though you can't anyway. Lovely. I say that's rather a big key. Wonder what door that opens up. Somehow got 2% damage to the truck. We've got... Oh, let's have a look. We need to check fuel. 301 litres. Probably barely got enough, but meh, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be another fuel stop along the way. We'll check the fuel again then. Right, we're going to try and cruise at 109. Hey, the gaming kid. How much is my setup worth? All I can say is it's probably over $5 easy.
Keep right. Exit right.
Gotta slow down for this one.
Turn left. Turn right.
Gotta watch these corners, they're a little bit tight. I think we're okay though. Well, yeah, you know, I never thought that I would get to a stage where I would end up having a triple screen
Here's
setup.
the streams.
You know what? My stream info has actually died.
Go straight on.
Oh, God.
Get ready to turn left.
So if anybody has donated, unfortunately, I can't see the donation because my stream has decided to go blank.
Turn
For me,
left.
it's probably working fine
Then
for you
turn
guys.
left.
It probably did, but my stream window has gone dead, so I don't know if it's actually working or not. It's probably
Turn
not,
left.
so I do apologise, but thanks very much for the donation. It's always welcome. Oh, crap. Hold on, we're turning this way. Gotta be careful, there's a guy behind me. I might take 2 seconds to update my stream window because it's all I've got is a spinning wheel on it. It's lovely. I fathomed it was working okay for you guys because obviously I don't even know where I'm going. Follow the dot. Top one, that's where I'm going.
Finding new route.
Oop. Right. Will you reload? Well, we'll see if that starts to work. Otherwise, there's something else I'll have to fix. The PC's fine. It's just the software side of it. Software is just such a pain to get working all the time. you know, you may have watched streamers and you'll hear them going, oh, I'm having problems with this, that and the other. It's not until you actually start streaming that you just realise how much of a pain it can be to stream. Because you can guarantee, if you're streaming daily, you'll have a problem with a piece of software at some point. Whether it's because the piece of software just doesn't want to work, it won't configure correctly, it won't load, or halfway through it decides to turn itself off. You know, there's always something.
Turn left. Keep left, and then turn left.
Right, fuel-wise, 147, 276. Yeah, we're good.
Turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Nice bit of scenery. I like the dock areas in this game are really nice. There's a lot of details in the new docks.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
What wheel? I'm using a Simicube direct drive wheel.
Exit now.
A little bit overkill if all you want to do is play ETS, but great for everything else. That's probably the best way.
Left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Need to... Right, we'll cruise it in now. We have got 3 hours 17, not too much longer. Fuel wise, 256, 128 miles. Yeah, should be fine. Fuel's a non-issue now. Whoa. They'll do more, for sure. I think they've already mentioned about doing a new area. They'll have another area for American Truck Simulator and ETS under development already. I mean, for anybody who's not got a PC and wants to get into an ETS type game, look at Truck Driver for PS4. I think it's available for Xbox. I'm not entirely sure, but PS4 definitely.
Go straight on.
Well, the good news is when they're releasing new areas, they seemingly are updating the older areas along with it. So Germany's had a good update, London's had a good update, parts of Wales have, if I remember correctly. So, you know, that at least they're going back to the areas and bringing them up to speed with the new areas where they've, you know, their design process has obviously improved and therefore, you know, was showing up the dated areas of the game, so they thought, let's go back and, give them a bit of love, so to speak. Well, like any game, it's got to start off somewhere, and perhaps they'll expand on it like ETS does, but it's all early days, There's no other game out there really that's going to do it, so that's why they've jumped. I can see why they've done it. They've gone right. Okay, there's nothing out there for consoles. Let's be first to the market for console. Maybe they'll bring it to PC later, and perhaps the whole game will be expanded upon. It's still early release. You can't buy it at the moment, so it's good that someone's trying. I would have thought that SCS would have taken up that
Keep right.
that target audience, but they haven't done anything about it at this time, as far as I'm aware.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Go straight on. Keep left.
Take care, Kev. One thing I did like about Truck Driver, I was watching a video, when you pull in to drop off your load, there's no pulling in and having to hit an icon and then park up. There was literally, you drive into the drop-off area, the area is pre-marked where you need to drop it. As you drive up to the marker, it changes colour. So it goes from a blue to show that there's nothing there to I think it was a yellow to show that you're in there. And then as more of the truck got into the parking space, that changed from a yellow to a green to give you the 100%. And then he dropped off. Once you've dropped off, you click your button to unhitch and you just carried on driving. It was seamless. And that's one of the things I'm thinking, you know what, there's little things like that where SCS could go, why don't we make the experience more seamless? You don't have to have a window to stop the game. Let's pause the game and give a window. Put it as a setting. Do you want to have an easy drop off, or do you want to have it as a just drive in and drop it off yourself? You can pre-select it. The seamless experience there was really good. And then I was thinking things like, petrol stations. You pull into a petrol station, you've got your markers, you drive in, you stop at your marker. Get rid of the markers. Why don't you just have the pumps? Put a marker on the floor so you have to be parked next to a pump. And maybe the pump is highlighted to show you that it's an active pump. And then with the garages, then you could have only certain pumps are working, or all the pumps are working. And by having a section on the floor which is highlighted for you to park in for the pump to work, again, it makes sure that you are parked correctly other than just driving in and hitting a button, Just little things like that could always be done. Well, you know what? The corners may be tight, but I'd rather have a game. For driving point A to B, I prefer ETS because you've got more variation with the roads. When it comes to parking, though, I actually prefer ATS because I find ATS parking a lot more difficult than ETS because you've got the bigger trucks and usually the tighter areas to park. That wouldn't be much fun, though, if you block everything off, would it?
left.
I'm stuck in a traffic jam and I can't move and it's been an hour. No. But I think there are certain things that those games could pull from each other to help the experience with both games.
Keep left.
It's worth picking up. If it's on the cheap, I would say pick it up. It's a good game. Parking on it is another level. A lot of the time I find it way more challenging to park in American truckers. And that's, for me, that's one of the aspects I do like. Because I enjoy it when it comes to parking. There's a couple of difficult ones I've had on this game, but American truckers, I always find that a bit of a challenge.
Go straight on.
Yeah, we're going to just go through these.
And then turn right.
It can be, but the new areas in American truckers have been done really well. Traveling the coast, California is really nice. It's like this now, see? Why not have a bay already highlighted? Why do I have to pull up and select how I want to park? It just breaks the immersion of the game, you know? And I know it's a small little thing to do, but it can't be rocket science for them to just have that marked off ready for me to park. You know, and if I didn't want to park it, just hit a button that when you're in the main area, you can just hit a button and say, right, self-park or something. Whatever they want to call it. See, that's the thing. I love the parking aspect. Oops, overcooked it. That was my fault. I want to get that tidy up. Pretty much inside. Yeah, it's going to be the last job for me today. Where are we? There we are, just gone 11 o'clock. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in and taking part. It's good to have the conversation, so thanks for Spudley as well. We'll be back with ETS multiplayer next Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. Probably a bit of Dirt Rally or something, I think. Maybe even Project Cars. Nah, kind of 50-50 at the moment, who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next one. Bye for now.